Welcome, Aquarius, to your August reading for 2026 and Milk and Honey Tarot Therapy. If you're new to my channel, I'm glad you're here. If you've been following me since 2017, welcome back. And we're going to do the reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aquarius. And boy, what a big month August is as far as the energies with the solar eclipse, the North and South node changing signs. And of course, I am recording this on the 29th, the most lucky day of the whole year. So hopefully those energies will come through where the sun's conjuncting Jupiter and Leo, and we're having lots of great movement and clarity and energy and blessings, and Jupiter is expansive, so go big or go home. But let's get started, and I will tell you, if you're new to my channel, a little bit about me as we go along. But let's start the reading and see what's coming through for August. If you haven't heard me before, the reason I call it tarot therapy is I am a trained formal therapist. Went that route 30 years ago in private practice, but have had this channel and used therapy for more life coaching readings. Of course, I can do readings for individuals, but use it as a jumping off place for therapy or life coaching, executive coaching. I'm a certified executive coach, and helping people kind of navigate life's challenges, overcome even childhood trauma issues with my training, and just helping you get unstuck. And of course, the spiritual energies of how we're growing and evolving and who we're meant to be, and how we're here to live our life and our best life and serve is learn lessons and serve. So that's a lot of that. And I always say short-term answers don't necessarily change long-term patterns. So that's where that type of work that I do one-on-one, which I love to do, really comes in handy. So let's move forward. If that interests you, check my email below and reach out. So, all right. So first card's coming through is the Four of Wands. Now, this can be about a celebration. It's a very, very positive card. Some people call it the 1111 card because the Four Wands, the way they're positioned. But it's a lot of celebration, happy, can even be a homecoming. Four is a number in the tarot of stability and good foundations, and this is overall very positive. So you might be celebrating something. You might be returning to something that you did in the past, whether it's a career, a type of job, maybe going back to the work with people you've worked with in the past. Certainly it could be celebrating a romantic relationship, or often a wedding can be indicated with this card. Something that's very positive, upbeat, and really has a lot of long-term potential in the community, in your work, in your family. What's interesting is it's coming in next to this Four of Swords. So another four. So you're getting a lot of fours coming through here. This is also about taking a rest, sitting, a reprieve from something, a sabbatical, if you will. This night is resting, and most nights are always on a mission. And this one is, what looks like with the stained glass, possibly a sanctuary. And he's rejuvenating. He's taking on new information about just what he needs to learn, his thoughts, his mind, his swords. That's all, air sign, and it's you. But this could be that you took a rest from something and now you're ready to reevaluate something, move forwards with something, get clarity. And here we have this another four. Oh my goodness. So 3 4s. That is a message for some of you for sure. That wherever you've been and where you're headed, whether it's relationship, jobs, careers, in your family, there's going to be a stabilization, and you're building this next step forward. This next new chapter is going to build a great foundation. Now, this four is about, he's kind of bored and he's kind of receiving an offer he's not sure about. So maybe some of you have gotten an offer of some kind, a job offer or an offer to go into business, an offer, relationship offer, and you're not sure about it. Maybe that's, why some of this is happening. You're just trying to kind of process. Some of you are really processing, but this is a big change and shift because you're kind of leaving something behind and embracing something new, and you need that higher wisdom, that higher guidance, this next card coming out is the Hierophant, which is, you know, there's a lot of interpretations with this about institutions, things that are traditional, like a church or a business, things that are very traditional. So maybe if you're getting an offer, it's in a traditional track, and maybe that's you're needing to kind of reevaluate whether that's the right step for you. But I also see this as, because the Hierophant is like represents the spiritual leader, spiritual authority. You're getting divine wisdom, clarity, guidance, maybe even confirmation and blessing. And so, you know, if you watched before, or I like to pull oracle cards too, and I'm getting the wise leader here, similar to the Hierophant, that you might be the person that's being offered a leadership role, and you're having to decide, is this the right time? Is this the right fit? Am I up for the job? Something that has to do with being in a leadership capacity. I get this is more you than someone else, and you are a leader. Maybe you've wondered in the past what your skills were in that area. You know, not everybody's sort of a born leader, but many Aquarius are. I have a son that is, well, his destiny card is a King of Clubs, which is truly a leader. But you might be being offered something to be a leader, and people are really wanting to embrace your skills, and whatever you have to offer the world right now, it needs it. So that might be part of what you need to pay attention to. If you're still sort of in these two energies, I'm not so sure, and I need to kind of reflect and pause, that's fine. Take that time, because you need to get the clarity. But this card's telling you, you know, get a view from above, take a higher perspective. Sorry, something is in my eye. But yeah, there's a higher vision that you might be needing to expand your horizons, see things from a higher perspective. In this same deck, that vast vistas, expanding your horizons. So I definitely get some of you are being offered something that's pushing you out of your comfort zone. You know, that's with the North and South Node changing signs. The South Node's about comfort zones and familiarity, and what your fallback is and your go-tos, whereas North Node's pulling you towards your future, maybe stretching you, pulling out gifts and talents and abilities. Maybe you're not sure if you're up for leadership, but the cards are saying you are, and if that's resonating with you, I hope it is. Then on this oracle deck, we've got the regeneration. This is about new things coming back to life. So this could be a vision you've had in the past, or a relationship that's coming back around, and things are coming back to life. Clearly in this picture, it looks dead, but it's not. It is going to a higher level, a deeper level, a more in line with your true future, purpose, destiny. And then this next card in this deck is the TikTok. And this is not so much TikTok like TikTok, things are, you know, time's wasting. This is divine timing. So whatever's coming through for you now, being offered to you, presenting itself, you're spending time sort of meditating and praying about, this is divine timing, and it's coming through exactly the way you need it. Hopefully you'll get the guidance and the confirmation and clarity. And then this last card in this deck, round and round. Now, this is not the message of, oh, you're going in circles. This is like Fibonacci. You're spiraling upward. It is sort of things coming back. Something is coming back, but it's coming back in a new, higher fashion. It's coming back to life. If it's a relationship that's coming back into your life, pay attention to it. It could be moving in a whole new direction that's more in line with what you want. If it's a career or job situation, it is coming back. And if there's anything holding you back, then hopefully this message from the sacred symbols is, you know, to release something. Maybe sometimes we can't go forward till we release something from the past. Could be a vision you've held on to, a dream, a person, a place, a thing, something that's you just haven't been able to let go of that south node shifting into, the north node energy. You may want to really dive into that and what that means for you, Aquarius, this month and going forward for the next, foreseeable future. You may need to release something, release what's been holding you back. Maybe that's the thing that's kept you here. Maybe it's a belief system. Maybe it's thoughts and beliefs and old ideas that don't work anymore, old paradigms that, is pulling you to that higher vista, that seeing things from above and taking you to this energy, because this is going back to these first cards. These are elevated, if you will. The yellow in the tarot always represents sort of higher consciousness, higher thoughts, and it's certainly a beautifully illustrated card about celebrating just, heaven on earth, if you will. And I just see that whatever's presenting itself for you right now, it's like the nodes, some doors are going to close, some are going to open. So pay attention to the ones that are opening. Years and years ago, I learned this simple little great prayer when you're trying to contemplate direction. I don't know why I'm sharing this. Maybe some of you need to hear it, but it's, God, open the doors you have for me. Help me know they're from you and give me the courage to walk through them. So very often the doors that are opening that we're supposed to go through, we get this and we're just like, oh, I don't know. But those are the very things that still small voice is trying to bring through to us. And maybe that's what you need, is to get quiet, listen, that still small voice, rather than something big and grand. We're always looking for the obvious things, and sometimes they're not so obvious. We have to be quiet. We have to go inward. We have to tune into spirit and get that kind of guidance. So sounds like you are in store for a great new beginning and a new opportunities coming your way. Maybe it's launching a business that didn't work before and you're relaunching it, or taking a new position in a very traditional company. Maybe you didn't think you'd ever want to go back into that, or doing something that's traditional. But pay attention and listen, because you're going to get the guidance you need and you are moving forward. And some of you, this could be a leadership role. And I look forward to hearing. I love hearing your comments. So if any of that resonates, and if you're new, even if you've been with me before, like, comment, share. It does help the algorithm. Very often I step away for a little while from the videos because I'm doing a lot of one-on-one stuff, or I'm doing some corporate coaching and work. And right now there's a window of opportunity. I'm being rejuvenated back into being here for you and the collective and the phase we're going through. And if you're interested in any one-on-one work, that is my real passion, because that way you can go a little deeper and help people really, really move the needle on getting unstuck and finding their purpose and working through things that have been holding them back and limiting beliefs. So email me if you're interested in any of that, and I'll get back to you with pricing and availability. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.